So anger is best prevented rather than trying to be conquered when it's there. But we'll deal with both of them separately. So once anger is already there, how do you deal with it? The moment you recognize it's there, just stop. You might be in the middle of yelling. Just stop. The moment that you realize, oh my God, I've lost myself in anger, just stop. When I was a kid, I imagine the same is true for many of you. When I was a kid, they used to play this game where they would put on music and we would dance or move or whatever. And whenever the music stopped, you had to just immediately freeze in place. Like whatever position you were in, you had to just freeze. And it was fun because everyone was always in kind of funny, wacky positions because they'd been dancing. The moment the music stopped, you froze. And then they would turn it on again and you'd dance and then it would freeze. And you've got to be able to do the exact same thing with anger. The minute the brain registers, oh my God, I'm angry. I'm acting in anger, not just, oh my God, there's an experience of it in me, but I'm acting in anger. Just freeze. You may be worried that the person in front of you is going to think you're very silly, that you're going to somehow lose your footing with them if you admit that you've lost yourself in anger. But don't worry. I guarantee it, they will have much more respect for you if you stop in the middle of a tirade than if you keep doing it. Nobody respects anybody who loses themselves in anger. We may think, many badiya chis se dikhaya usko. I showed them. But actually all that other person is thinking is, my God, what a fool they made of themselves. What in God, what a fit they had. They came out of their clothes. You know? Nobody says, wow, what a great guy. I really respect him for how much he yelled at me. So I promise you, stopping in the middle of it, even though it may feel foolish to you, actually is going to make the other person respect you a lot more. Just stop. Walk away from the situation. Whatever it is, just walk away mid-sentence. Get yourself alone. And just anchor in your breath. Deep breaths. Long breaths. Have a glass of water. Slow everything down. And just allow yourself to be. The breath is your best ally here, because the slower and the deeper your breath is, you cannot simultaneously be furious while your breath is slow and deep. And the moment you come into real consciousness, the anger dissipates. But that's hard. Most of us only realize how angry we were afterwards. We say, oh my God, I can't believe what I said or did. I shouldn't have been so hard. And then we find ourselves going back and apologizing. Oh, that wasn't me. You know, it's like they used to do those your brain on drugs commercials. Right now we need your speech on anger commercials. Like this is what your speech looks like on anger. We say, that wasn't me. See, it was just my speech on anger. But it was you. It just was you overtaken by unconsciousness. Because anger arises in unconsciousness. Which means the best way to prevent it is to stay conscious. You will notice anger starting to well up in you. You'll notice it from far away. Just someone says something, they do something, and you just start to notice. The heart rate starts going up, The palms start to feel a little sweaty. Just come back. It's okay. It's okay. It's not worth it. Choose peace. Choose peace in every moment. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't get angry about things that we should get angry about. Inequality should make us angry. Violence should make us angry. Global hunger should make us angry. Climate change should make us angry. But that's not the sort of anger that arises in unconsciousness. It's not the sort of anger that makes us scream and yell and punch holes through walls or ruin relationships or drown our sorrows in alcohol or drugs or food. We don't do things that we later regret when we are in what I call righteous anger. That's the anger that serves as a catalyst. That's the anger that actually leads us to build schools, form NGOs, do something to right a wrong situation to whatever extent we have the capacity. But the type of anger that steals our control is unconscious. So just stay conscious and recognize you not being angry doesn't mean what the other person did was okay. It just means that you're not a slave. It means that you're not a slave to what someone else says or does. They may have been mean, obnoxious, rude, totally uncalled for. And you can still be calm. And you can still be peaceful. Because you are not a slave. Use that free will to choose peace. Because anger kills you. Literally, chemically, biochemically. The chemistry that anger dumps into your body is toxic. They always say anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other guy to die. So just refuse to drink that poison. Refuse to be a slave to someone else's ignorance or arrogance or ego or confusion or their anger. Other people can be in the midst of whatever karmic drama they're in. But you've got responsibility just for your own. So just refuse to be a slave to what they've done or said. Choose that love. Choose peace every minute, every moment.